I'm also curious about coming from such a tight-knit Jewish community specifically, if you sought that out when you went to college, if you did, how did you do that? What, sort of resources did you find or use?
Yeah, I guess like many other freshmen that go to college, you're always kind of looking for a home base. And the first couple of weeks of freshman year, everyone's having events that they invite you to, and it's really a great opportunity to find people that you have a lot of shared connection with, you have a lot of shared history, and you kind of instantaneously become friends. So it's definitely something that I pursued heavily when I got to Harvard. Freshman orientation weekend, Hillel hosts a lot of bagel brunches. Chabad has a lot of other events that they try to host. It's a little bit of a competition between the two different sides of trying to pull you in different directions. And I think one thing that JCHS did really, really well was allowing you to be comfortable in any environment. And when you go to pluralistic school like JCHS, you have the ultra orthodox, you have the people who are not as religious, and being able to relate to both of those different sides of the spectrum and having common ground where you can talk to people, you can become friends. It's an unparalleled experience that I think really helps you connect with people when you get to a foreign place. And the Jewish community at Harvard has been phenomenal to me. I've just been so ingrained in it. So much so that every Friday after practice, I'll quickly run over to Chabad and get Friday night dinner. And it's something that I love to just partake in. It doesn't matter when you show up, you're always the rabbi's best friend. And I think that's something that, you experience at JCHS and you experience when you go to school, or hopefully when other people go to their respective schools, something that they can experience too. And for me, it's just been an immeasurable experience.
Yeah, I love how you said that, Ethan. It's just, yeah, it's so true. Day one, I'm at Hillel. I'm at all the tables. I'm like, I know who I am. I know that these are my people. A little plug for UCLA. We were rated best Hillel on the West Coast. So we have just great Hillel programming there. There's so many Jewish students on campus. Definitely found my small community from day one, like knew that was going to be important. So much so that it was like on Friday night, my friends and I would be like, where are we going tonight? Like there were like always 4 different Shabbat locations happening, let alone, when you get older and your friends have apartments, they want you to come there. I was like, I don't even know what people that aren't Jewish are doing on Friday night. Like, this is the best. So, yeah. And then I actually lived in a Jewish co-op for 2 years, the Bayit. So that was very fun as well. We got to make our own Shabbats and everything. So yeah, took the Jewish thing, ran with it. It was like, I know who I am. I can be in the Israeli club. I can be at all these. Yeah, and it's really cool to know who you are and know where you come from and know the food that makes you feel good and the songs that make you feel good. I mean, that's a life skill as much as, knowing the answer in biology. So I think that's really what's going to help me, succeed, because I know what I need and who I am.
So as we kind of wrap things up here, I'm just curious to know, you've been so generous with your time and your reflections tonight. Why did you agree to come have a conversation about JCHS this evening?
Well, I'll just answer with another story. Quarantine happened, right? Or COVID or whatever. And we all had to come home. I mean, a lot of my friends decided to just come home. So, I had to leave college. I had to leave Paradise and everything. Just all of a sudden, hard stop. You're not in physics with all of your best friends anymore. You have to take it online, in your parents' house. You're like, what is happening? But what I found was I had so many amazing friends that I was so thrilled that I got to reconnect with. I saw Ethan, I saw, so many people in our grade, in different grades. And JC just gave us community. They taught us how to have like real deep, strong friendships, like know each other, like family. Like, and I'm looking around at some of my friends from college or like other things, and like most people don't get that. Like this was really just a really phenomenal way to grow up. It was like summer camp every day. And now we know how to go out and be like, I want to make this into summer camp. Like, well, so I don't know. I think it was such a gift. Like, how can we not? Ethan and I are so, like, we know each other so well. We still hang out. How long has it been? Like, what, 6 years? And,
Yeah.
we go to school on different coasts. I mean, just really, we've been given some great stuff. So thank you, JCHS. It's the least that I feel like I can do.
I think the main reason, or there's so many different reasons as to why I came on today. But giving back is such an important part of like what JCHS taught me. When I was a student at JCHS, I remember, seniors would come in just casually through the hallways, and they'd walk around, and you look up to them and you'd think, oh, I'd never be there. That'll never be me. And I guess when you're in that place, and I've come back to JCHS multiple times when I've been in school and COVID wasn't a thing, and we could walk around and talk to the teachers. And I think that just giving back and like knowing, especially when you are a student, when you are a high school student, kind of looking forward and seeing what different opportunities there are out there, just knowing what the different paths are for me was really helpful, because I could see and look up to people of what I wanted to do, and just have an idea or a notion that this is the proper way to go. So I think just those people gave back to me, and I kind of want to give back again. And again, Ma'ayan mentioned this, but the community as well, of just people knowing that after they graduate, your friends at JCHS will remain your friends. And no matter how many miles you go apart, whenever you guys do come back together, it's going to be like you never missed a step. And the friends that you make are going to be friends for the rest of your life. And really cherish whenever you do go back to being in person, really cherish those connections and try to make the most of that experience, because it will, as everything, come to an end. And the goal would be to make those connections as strong as you can then, so that when you do go to college and anywhere beyond, you can retain those good connections.
Fabulous. Thank you for those reflections.